Right, here we are down at the field. Did I get that right? Okay, so what we're going to do is, Jimmy's not here today, but neither is the laxative. I'm going to ring up Jimmy, and he's going to give me the distances that I should shoot, like field distances, and mix it up like it was a real field. Unfortunately, there's no up and down, but we're going to shoot straight, but he's going to say like it'll be a bug eye or a 40 or a 60, and he'll give me the yardage on that. We've got the 80 centimetre face here. The 80 centimetre face, you can shoot 50 metres, 55 metres and 60 metres. We've got the 60 centimetre face, which is this one here, and you can shoot 35 metres, 40 metres and 45 metres. The 40 metre faces, which are always come in a double like that, and they will be 20, 25 and 30 metres. And then over here, of course, you've got the dreadful bug eyes, and you can shoot them at 10, 15 and 20. So you can shoot the bug eye at 20. You can also shoot the 40 centimetre target at 20 as well. So what Jimmy's going to do is I'm going to text him. He's going to say, okay, round one. He's just going to give me a distance, and off I go, shoot my 3 arrows, score it, give him the score, ring back. He'll give me another distance, and so on until I've finished. We'll see how we go. So that should be pretty exciting. I hope I do well, but as I said again, I'm not shooting down or up, so I'm just getting the distances right. Okay, I've just texted Jimmy. I said I'm ready to go. So in a minute, we'll be getting our first distance to shoot, and here it is, 45 to start. All right, means I'll be on the 60 target. Let's do it. Man, this filming is exhausting. I don't know how James does it. That's why he probably doesn't shoot as well as he could, because he's always filming. Oh, Dave's here. Dave Dryfire has just turned up. Okay, so I saw our Gary Pearce today too this morning, and he said he would be interested in giving us a couple of Gary factoids. There's a man with a lot of knowledge. I think we could coax him onto the screen. All right, so I've shot 665 at 30. Now we've got to go to the big face and go to 55. All right, I'll be back. Just speaking about Gary Palmer, he was here and he said, man, he said, how does a guy that hasn't been shooting as long as you shoot so well? He says, I tell you why. You got a guy like James Ellis there to tune your bow up. He knows a lot about tuning up bows. So there's a whatever you call that for James Ellis, eh? Well done. Now at 55 I've shot a 6, a weasel 5 and a 5. So I forgot to find out what the next one is, so I'll tell you on the later. After this one we'll go on to the next one. See ya. Okay, I've just done 10. He's got me to 10 now. He's getting me back and forward. So I was looking for the number of the beast, and I got too overconfident in the end and just let it slip away from me. But look at the first one. What a peanut. This is the pure definition of a peanut. Have a look at that baby. That's a peanut. And I just slipped out down there on that 5. Okay, so my next distance is 20 on the bug's eye. So I'm staying on the bug, going back to 20. He's a sneaky bugger, this James, I tell you. He should become a judge, and like Greg Norman, a course builder. Okay, it's getting a bit nasty here. Bit of rain. There's your beautiful definition here, beautiful definition on this camera. It's an excellent camera. It's getting a bit nasty. You can see can you see that out? No, you can't. No, don't worry about it. All right, so I've been given my new task of 60. He's playing me like a fool. 60, 10, 55, 15. He's just making me run around like an idiot. So I've got to go back to 60 now and shoot the 60, which requires me putting the big face on. But for the 20, I got 655. The last shot wasn't a particularly good shot. There it is there. Yeah, okay, I'm not doing too bad. I think if you can just stay in the yellow all the time. I just wasn't happy with that very first 45. but we'll see how we go. I'm not looking too bad, but remember again, I'm not shooting up and down. This is just straight. On a flat field, you know, I can usually do pretty good. Alright, so back we go to 60, thank you. Okay, that squall seems to have passed. It was looking pretty bad there for a little while, but that's the conditions of field, isn't it? Yeah. So at 60, back there, I've scored a what we call a number of the beast, which is 666. You can see that there. So now he's getting tired. He's got a beautiful woman in his arms. He's probably got having a coffee, but he's too exhausted now to give out distances one by one. So he's given me 3 in a row. He's given me 25, 30, 35. So let's shoot those, and they will be on the on this face. They'll be up on the double face, the 40. Okay, and I hope to nail them as well, and we'll see what happens. And I think that might make 12. I'm nearly up to 12. I'm getting pretty cold and tired out here. I might need to slip into the club and get a coffee. Okay, this is actually a great opportunity for me to fine-tune the settings of my distances, because I'm shooting, you know, when you shoot like a real lot to find it, and you've shot, you know, 20 arrows, and then you think you know what it is, but you come and shoot 3 and they're pretty good shots. You know if one's low or not, and I can see here that, you know, I could just probably tickle that up a bit, because these 2 were good shots. This did feel low, this bottom one, so I'm just going to tickle it up a little bit so it's up higher for the day. So my score for the 25 is 655. I'm going back to 30 now, then 35. And I think to finish off, I might just do the 45 again myself, just personally, because that was a bad one, that 45. Maybe it was just because it was the first round. But, you know, I went into the black. You know, I don't like the black. No offense. Okay, that was 30 meters, and I've shot a 6, a 5, and a 5. Tomorrow I'm going to work on keeping the arrow in the center all the way, because I think, you know, as I go back it sort of shifts a bit, because as you can see, they're sort of all to the left there. You know, these 2 should have been 6s. That was a high shot. But tomorrow I'm just going to check my center shot kind of thing. I don't know, we laser center shot my bow, but I don't know, with, you know, if an arrow's spined a certain way, it's going to go off, you know, to the left all the time. So I might just do a walk back tuning tomorrow, just to make sure I don't have any of those issues as I'm going backward and forward from 60 to 10. Okay, I got the last one now, and what I might do is shoot that 45 again and not tell Jimmy, and try and work out how to erase it from the beginning of the shoot and put it on at the end. Okay, alright, so I finished. I'm tired, I've had enough filming for the day. I've never had enough shooting, but my back's really sore from all the shooting we do. We're going to get someone on to talk to you about what you should do with your back muscles and that, because you're using one side of the body too much. I saw a friend of mine who's a manipulator, not emotionally, physically, and he said in archery is too much of one side. So I invited him onto the channel to show us some massage tips and exercises to sort of help that out, because I'm really getting archer's neck, and my trap on the right hand side is getting a bit sore, you know. So here at 35 I've got 2 6s. I snuck one in. I Ellis in a 6 and a 5 right there, and I'm just, for my own peace of mind, I'm going to go back now and shoot 45, because that first 45 was a bit dismal, just to prove to you and myself that, you know, I could do better. And look, I can't add up the scores, I'm too tired. So when Jimmy edits all this, he'll add up the scores, show you the distances, and see where we go from there. Okay. Oh, now, well, I thought I was done, and he's texted me back and said I've got to finish all the distances. So this is why we're so good, because we just train and then we train some more, especially when he's on the lounge at home watching television. So there's my 40. You wanted me to do 40 there, so 40 is that's a 665. But before I go and change it, I'm going to do that 45 just to bolster myself, and then he wants me to do 50 and the 20 meter big face. Okay, all right, over and out. Well, that's nice lighting, isn't it? That's perfect, it's beautiful. Okay, there's one to go. I just did the 20, 665. There it is right there. Okay, oh, the day is done, man. That was tough. Up and back, up and back, up and back. I guess it's not as hard as in the bush, but we'll do it again tomorrow. Things are looking pretty good. On that last 50, I shot a 666, which we call the number of the beast. If you shoot a 665, we call that the neighbour of the beast. So keep those terms in mind when you're out there in the field. Alright, that's us from off. We're signing off now. Thanks for being with us today. Don't forget to click and subscribe and do all those things that you do with the buttons, etc. Alright? See ya. Okay, we're packed up, I'm going, but I just remembered I'm having a lot of trouble seeing the pin, especially in the field, because it's just black or it's yellow, and I use a black one. I can't find it, gets very blurry. I use the sort of the orange pin in my scope, like, you know, you push it into the center. I can't see it on the orange or the yellow 5 and 6 rings, so I'm really having a bit of trouble. And indoor as well, I'm having trouble seeing the pin. So I've just got a whole lot of different apertures for the peep, but also clarifiers. I used Jimi's #1 clarifier, and it made a big difference. So I've got them now. So tonight I'm going to experiment with a few different clarifiers and peep sizes, peep aperture sizes, and I'm going to fix my Shorelock scope and fiber it, and I'm going to use blue fiber, which comes out white, and test that tomorrow, because I really need to see that pin. I think I'll lose a lot of points not being able to see the pin at all in the dark, you know, when you're down in the field and it's all dark and gloomy down there. So that's another thing that I'll be doing to try and see better and shoot better, and I'll get back to you on how that goes tomorrow.